Good morning. Mayor Dave Mattingly here at City Hall. Doesn't seem possible, we're already into June. Thursday, June the 4th. I'm going to share some things with you that have occurred here in the recent weeks and talk a little bit about some very exciting things that are going to be happening in the next few weeks. This evening, matter of fact, I'm going to have the opportunity to speak to the statewide Master Gardeners Convention, which is being hosted at our event center. I'm not sure that I'm strong enough in the botany or whatever that field is of flowers to be able to talk correctly about the difference in flowers, but let me just say this. We have a lot of people who volunteer and do a terrific job, especially in downtown Benton on street corners. Our Master Gardeners keep the downtown area and the areas they're responsible for looking great. So a big thanks to them, and I'll be sure to pass that word along to them tonight. I can't be more excited than to just talk for just a few seconds about what happened last weekend and with Academy Sports opening. Parking lot filled every day. Their special grand opening that ran on Friday, Saturday, and into Sunday with giveaways and discounts, and even more importantly than maybe all of that is that on Thursday I had a chance to go out to visit with the store manager, Justin Blankenship, and his entire staff. Thank them for being here. Let me just tell you what kind of great community partner they're going to be. That evening they gave $1,500 gift cards to 15 young people from our Saline County Boys and Girls Club and 15 from the Bryant Boys and Girls Club, and they got to go shopping. And you talk about Christmas in May for a bunch of kids. And also a big week for another business opening, which was MedExpress, which I was also pleased to be a part of. So some good things going on the business side, which is all about that economic development things we've been working on so hard. Now let's move on to I think it was the night of May the 19th. I know Jerry, who does our blogging, and his wife were a part of the filming of the Benton High School Awards night. I say that not because we've been privileged to be a part of it for 30-some years, but because $5.7 million was given in scholarships, 340 roughly graduates, and I think somebody did a calculation of almost $16,000 per student, which is just unbelievable. So a big round of applause and thank you to a great educational system. Our school system is second to none. And while I'm on second to none, I gotta say BentonProud.com is second to none. Never thought 9 months ago, when some of us were sitting around in a room talking about, I believe the example that my staff gave me was McKinney, Texas, and some of the things they were doing, which gave birth to this Mayor's Minute, which gave birth to the thought of not just a Facebook page, but a blog, which has become BentonProud.com, has passed 44,000 visitors in 9 months. Wow. It's hard to believe. That's more people than live in Benton. So if you get 33,000 folks in Benton, some of them are doing it more than once, or we've got an audience that's outside the borders of Benton looking at what's going on. So the attempt to say and tell the story, what we're trying to do, I think is working very well, and I thank all those who are involved. A couple of things about parks and the ongoing great parks programs for the summer. Discovery in the Parks was here a week ago. Little Rock Zoo visited us 2 weeks ago. They have movies in the park going on all the time. So if you haven't visited the Parks Department's Facebook page, you're missing a great opportunity for your kids to be involved in a lot of wonderful summer activities. And I guess it's always important for me to say the splash pad. We had some visitors in town, I say we, the city, a few days ago. And they were taken by the splash pad, and there was standing room only on the second day, and it was only 82 degrees. And So being a curious old man that I am, I had to drive by there when I was on my way to lunch yesterday, and there was little vans and children's preschools, and it was full. A great addition and wonderful things for our park. Skip real quick, looking forward. On June the 15th, we're going to be holding what I'm calling a police hiring and retiring and promoting 9 o'clock in council chambers. Because of the lengthy process it takes for Chief Lane and his staff to be able to hire people. I think the last county told me there will be 8 people recognized as new hires, which was all a part of the half-cent tax, at least for 6 of them. We have a couple of retirees. Retirement of Lieutenant Castle, it always creates the opportunity for promotion within, which is very important. So all that will take place on June the 15th, and Lieutenant Castle also, even though he's retiring, has always been the main instigator. Worked very hard to start the Hooked on Fishing some years ago, which will be held again this year at Sunset Lake on June the 18th, a great event for kids. Let me close with this about what's going on in your city. For 2 years we have been working to try to figure out how to market Benton. Strong message about economic development. We've now got our full-time Director of Economic Development, Mr. Brad Jordan. We are going to have our first booth, actually all about how do you market Benton, and with the appropriate cloth covering on the table and the backdrops and all the other things, and it's going to be at the Municipal League Summer Conference on June the 24th at the Little Rock Convention Center. And let me jump to my second closing. This is to close on the previous closing. July 4th. We're going to have the City of Benton Independence Day Bash. You're going to see a lot more about that in the next week or so as we put our advertising out. We've got rides for kids. 4:30 we're going to have the official groundbreaking for Riverside Park. We have Ed Buckner, who has agreed to come be our special speaker and guest. We have all kinds of special things that are going to happen that night. One that thrills me the most, I guess, is that Mark Beach from CDI has agreed to turn on a bulldozer and a grader and move some dirt, and I don't know what it is about smelling diesel fumes that just makes me excited. I guess it's something about constructing something, and that's what it is, constructing something. Riverside Park. Really going to see it. Streets are already being cut to, you can see them if you drive by. We're going to have all kinds of bouncy things for kids, and you know, I could go on and on and on, and I know I'm way past a minute, so that's enough. Thank you all for enjoying, I guess, these little 1 minute Mayor's Minutes, which obviously this time is close to 5. Dave Mattingly from City Hall, thanks again, and we look forward to seeing you this summer.